cool. Yes.
Just for the record,
Oh,
I've spent a silver.
oh, lovely. Nice. That seems fair. Yeah. So last session, we opened up with you at the Thornbrook Farm with Alara, where you Kasha behind the ladder that led up to the what used to be the kids' treehouse was able to find a package that was left behind by Thomas. Inside of which there was like a hand-drawn map that had some locations marked in town. There was a marking on the town hall, a marking on the old temple, which was also noted as supplies, and a mark on what you found out was a sort of old a communal grain storage just on the outskirts of town. There was also some notes kind of talking about not trusting certain members of the town. And Thomas believed people were being taken to the grain store, and something was being done to them at that point. There was also a number of items in there which Ilara told the party you could keep and put to your own use on the agreement that if or when Thomas returned, you would return those items to him. At that point, Ilara's parents returned from the town council meeting, and you quickly made your escape and sort of headed back to town. You headed over to the grain store under the cover of darkness and decided to sort of scout out the area, where you discovered a drow. One of these drow that have been helping around the town, these drow workers, was kind of seemed to be sort of guarding the store, the grain store, and sort of looking around in the area. The party was spotted by this drow. However, Phelan was able to keep themselves sort of well hidden in the meadow which the grain store was in, and avoid being spotted. The rest of you headed sort of back up the path towards town, whilst Phelan stayed behind, getting a sort of better look at the situation. Initially seeing that same drow sort of pushing up against and sort of testing the doors into the grain store before heading back and sort of walking around to the rear. As Phelan was heading back to catch up the rest of you in town as well, was also saw and was able to hide from again two more of these drow workers heading down to the grain store. Following that, you rested up for the night back at the tavern. And the following morning, you spoke briefly with Sister Meredith about what happened whilst you were in the forest previously. And she kind of told you she was quite happy to help you in any way she could in town, but she was quite clear that she did not want to go back into the forest at any point. It was clearly an environment that was not best suited to her. You headed to the old temple and spent some time looking around for these supplies that Thomas had marked on the map, and were able to find a number of items which you have shared amongst your group. And you also encountered old Garrett, the sort of elderly gentleman who's sort of spoken to you before whilst you've been in town in the market, who sort of revealed to you that he had also witnessed some of the townspeople being led through the town at night, and that he seemed to be aware of what Thomas and Father Matthias had been looking into. He also told you that he had actually gone all the way down to the grain store at night and had heard some kind of sort of unnatural humming sound, and at that point had decided that it was not a situation for him. You then decided to return to the grain store during the day to get a sort of closer look at what was going on there. You were able to spot there were some quite clearly sort of well positioned or purposely sort of cultivated vines covering some of the back wall of the grain store itself, which you from what you learned from Garrett seemed to be supposedly covering a rear entrance. And there was also Adslaw was able to pick up the windows on the second floor of the grain store were, considering the general sort of upkeep of the grain store, were suspiciously clean, and Adslaw was able to spot somebody watching the group from inside. Whilst you were doing this, you were aware of a couple of these drow workers sort of in the meadow, sort of picking some berries, sort of tending just to the meadow and to the farmland. As we left the last session, two of those drow workers, as you sort of looked back from your attention on the grain store itself, two of these drow workers were making their way across the meadow towards you, which is where we left things. So what we will do is this. Do those. And one of those.
No, I'm here, by the way.
Hey, hello. How's Heather and the car, I guess?
I'm just mostly annoyed that we need to buy a new wheel.
Lovely.
We currently have no heating or hot water because our boiler's broken, and need to replace that as well. So,
Wonderful.
it's fine. Yeah, such is life. But no, it's fine. The car has been, well, I need to put the spare on and what have you, and then bring it here. So, luckily, it's only 15 minutes drive away from home. So,
That's not too bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. So we will pick up from here. So you look up and you see the two drow workers that have been dotted around the meadows or tending to the land in the area. You as Adslaw had sort of been sort of knelt down, hand on the ground, sort of feeling this sort of faint humming sound, almost like a motion in the earth itself. You sort of look back up and see these two drows are approaching. What would you like to do, folks?
I mean, they look. Are they armed?
No, they have no sort of weaponry you can see. Not they don't seem to have any tools on them even. They, as you've been sort of around the area, they've been in the meadows. Looks like they've been sort of picking at some berry bushes when you were sort of initially arrived. I think you guys had noticed last time they were definitely, although they were sort of around the meadow, sort of tending to the bushes and doing it. You had been aware that they were certainly watching you quite intently, and potentially I think you'd even, if I recall, you'd even picked up on the fact that they were kind of not trying to make that too overt and obvious, but you were aware of it. But yeah, like I say, at this point, as you sort of stand back up from sort of holding your hand down to the ground, Adslaw, you can see that both of them are walking directly towards you.
I guess I'll look to everyone else. Are we just going to talk?
Kasha is sort of depth, I guess, sideways slightly, and the staff, her spear is still on her back, but the staff is in her hands, and she sort of, you could tell that it looks like she's ready to start fight. She's moved the staff to a sort of the first position you would hold, and she's looking kind of ready to fight, but also looking at the rest of you.
Okay, what I'll do. As sort of Kasha stands there, sort of somewhat prepared. The two drow, they sort of head over towards your direction. As they get to about sort of 15, 20 feet away from the group, they slow down. They sort of reach the path. They slow down. The two of them take up feels to be like a relatively sort of defensive positioning as they sort of They sort of stop on the path purposely between the two of them, kind of fill the path itself, where anyone looking to sort of walk through the path would have to sort of pass through the two of them as they stood sort of either side of the path. And then, similar to your previous encounter when you were here, one of them sort of looks towards the group and just raises a hand and points back towards the town behind you.
I think we should push this a little bit. Start moving towards them.
And yeah, as you do, as Adslaw steps forward, Kasha sort of moves forward in the group and sort of comes up as well. The two of them again, they almost close their ranks a little in the path. They pull a little bit closer together and again make it quite overt at this point that they are taking up a kind of a blocking the path at this point. As we reach that point, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll drop into initiative and kind of resolve things through initiative.
What also can I heal Thornleaf back to full?
Oh yes,
Thornleaf took
absolutely,
damage
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Ooh.
The oldest man is also apparently the fastest.
Well, you don't get to be old by standing in the way of drow.
Can I get initiative for Halloran? We lost Charlie.
Hello, sorry. I had to step away for a second.
Sort
out issues. What happened?
They've kind of stepped up, taken a sort of defensive stance across the path. Adslaw and Kasha both sort of step forward and sort of come up to sort of meet them, and so we're just dropping into initiative to resolve this in initiative.
I'm really sorry because I've been jumping in and out and having to talk to me about something. This is last night or is this now? This is the morning, right?
morning,
yes,
daytime.
This is daytime. Yeah.
Right, we agreed to go back, did we? Is that what I missed that bit? I think it might have happened last session. I can't remember.
You decided to visit to come back and visit this place during the day, just to see what's going on. And then, as you were kind of watching it, there were two drow in the fields, and then we saw someone watching from a window, and then they started moving towards us.
Human or drow?
Don't think it was clear, but I would guess
don't
drow.
know.
Yes, correct.
I don't think we could see, right?
Yeah,
We saw them just
Adslaw
duck out of the way.
somebody sort of duck out of the way that had been watching. Yeah.
But not enough information to know who it was.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it didn't say, so I guess it's up to you guys to remember.
We did not know who it was or what it was. We just saw movement.
From my notes, you did see it was humanoid. And if I didn't say that, then yeah, but I did note that down as part of it, so I assume that I did mention that. Nice. All right. So yeah, we will. Yeah. So they've sort of taken up this defensive sort of stance across the path, and again, as Kasha and Adslaw step forward, they've kind of moved together slightly, and quite clearly now they are blocking the path. We'll drop into initiative to resolve it from there. Darius, what would you like to do?
So they're not going to let us have a peek in there. Okay. Darius, off the top of his head's going to have his own little random game plan. He's going, oh, we back. Hold me up, young lad. Hold me up, young ag. And I'm going to whisper to Harry on to have a peek at him and trust me, and I'm going to cast invisibility on him.
Nice.
I can cast it on someone else, can't I?
Sorry.
I can cast invisibility on someone else, right?
Yeah. Just targets
Yeah,
one
I'm
creature
gonna.
you touch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of leech over and go. Trust me, they won't be able to see you. Have a peek in, and I'm gonna pretend that he's holding me up and my back's gone to try and cover that I've just turned him invisible.
Who are you casting that on?
Helleron. Hellerin.
Oh, on the fighter with the armor.
Or the smallest guy that they won't be able to notice.
Two thumbs up.
If I move it, will clinky clank quite a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
We did
I didn't really think of that.
last turn, didn't we? Yeah. When you fell over in the field.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it even better. The fact he's invisible.
Maybe they'll think the grain hall is haunted and they'll all leave.
Nice. Yes, that's all 3 actions for you, right? Cool. Where? Oh, it's there. Okie dokie. Kasha.
Okay. I think this is going to end up wasting actions for me. So I will waste them myself. First thing I'll do is I'll command familiar or whatever it is.
Yep.
First action. Can I have a token for Thornleaf? Although oh, lovely. And then Thornleaf will take 2 actions.
Yep.
Which is going to be to first of all remember how far you can move, which is 25. Land speed 25, and apparently has lost the ability to fly. Used to be able to fly.
Yeah,
The
possibly. Yeah,
abilities
that
are-
makes sense. Yeah, you can definitely fly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I may just not tick the right button. But anyway, but Thornleaf will flutter off and is going to
It's
move.
because you haven't actually done daily preparations. That's why.
That's
do
why
those now.
I wondered if I can do it. There we go. Done.
Nice.
Thornleaf is going to move in a weird pattern. 25 feet. Basically, Thornleaf's just going to flank them a bit. So 2 moves, getting to about there.
Cool.
Kind of keeping out of trouble. And then I've now got 2 actions left. So my next action is going to be to start walking past them.
Mhm.
I think my move is 25.
As you get
20.
to that point there,
Yeah.
this guy is going to use a reaction.
Yeah, that is handy at the end of my first thing. Cool.
Yes, as you get to this point here, this one. Oh no, I tell so like it's not going to use a reaction. They haven't had a turn yet. They don't have any reactions. Those are the rules. I'm such a bad person.
Yeah, that just kind of does kind of cause them a problem, doesn't it? Well, tell you what, rather than walk past them, I'll just get to there, and then I am going to attempt to intimidate this one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
If I have selected it, and then intimidate is it not called demoralize, which I am really, really good at. So she's really just sort of walking up to it, and then as it kind of indicates that if it had a reaction, it would do something, she growls at it and stares.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Well, I would argue that the words I were using were.
Yeah, hang on one sec. That's actually my fault. Sorry again. I've really under prepped and I've not set any languages up on this stat block. Give me one moment.
Well, I mean, I don't speak Drow, and she was speaking the international language of angry.
No, it's okay. One sec.
Having said that,
Yeah, try that again because I hadn't added any languages and they certainly should have some.
okay. I mean, I rolled a 5, so I think we could go with it did not work, and I think it's probably a critical failure.
Oh yeah, I missed that. Yeah, okay, yeah, you did. In fact, roll a 5. Yeah.
Not quite sure what a critical failure on that means, but I don't think it's terrible for me.
There is no downside on a critical failure on demoralize. It doesn't actually.
But yeah, so Sasha sort of sends Thornleaf off to one side, and then she kind of stomps forward, and as they go to sort of block her, she attempts to scare them away, which she doesn't do very well at because she's not as good at that as she would like to be. And that would end her turn. That's exactly 3 actions.
Nice, okie dokie. Okay, so this gentleman here will. Yes, as you sort of come up, you sort of. Do you say you sort of audibly tried to?
Oh yeah, really sort of growling, and sort of back off type stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this one as you do get up in this particular drow's face, you see this is the one that I was pointing towards the town. As you sort of reach up, you sort of walk past the finger and come sort of up close and sort of begin this intimidation. They do respond, and they respond by swinging a sort of not swinging a fist, not swinging like a full-on blow at you, but more of a sort of a push, and sort of attempts to sort of push back against you, and will attempt to shove you. Which it does succeed at. Pushes you back 5 feet away from it.
Yep. Tasha doesn't like that.
And as part of that, it also sort of follows up, so sort of pushes you, sends you back, and as part of the same movement, it sort of moves forward and comes alongside, sort of meet you, almost you sort of come almost sort of face to face exactly as well. And it sort of just holds its ground as it sort of pushes you back, and then will use its last 2 actions to. Do that. Yeah, so pushes you, sort of shoves you back, moves up alongside you, puts the hand up again, pointing towards the town, and then takes a step 5 feet back to where it was. This one here will delay. Adslor.
So I've watched Kasha try and walk past this guy, be stopped and shoved back.
Yes.
I will just attempt to walk my full movement past.
Nice. So yeah, as you sort of come alongside here, it is going to use a reaction. Yeah, as you sort of go to it, it pushes, steps back. Whilst it's stepping back, you sort of begin walking past, and as you get to this point here, it just turns around and swings a punch of its left fist towards you.
Yeah.
Which is a miss.
Yep.
Yeah, you end your movement there.
I'm just going to take another action to move.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to work out this movement tool is upsetting me.
Because you moved past it before I could take the reaction, it's added 10
Move
feet, so I
you
had to
back,
move you
I think.
back. So you just need to, whatever the total is, it's just 10.
Starting
it
from
says.
4.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move to here.
Yep.
And then can I recall knowledge on this
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
On the button.
Nice. Let's find that bestiary quick. There we go. So yeah, you begin walking past. You see as you go past it, as you sort of sneak past it, sort of not even sneak, but it swings the left fist, and it's a little bit clumsy, a little too slow as you've already sort of gone past. As it was focused on Kasha at the time. You carry on your movement, and then you sort of keep an eye on it as it moves and as it swings, just to see if you can pick anything up from the way it moves. But nothing particularly jumps out as the sort of as you sort of move past it. You're almost sort of dodging past the punch and don't quite have the focus you need to really get too much of a read on the situation.
Okay, no, not to worry. It's me done.
Nice. At which point, this drow here turns, follows you down the path as you've headed down, follows up again, and will also this one attempts to punch you.
Yeah.
And does not do so. That is a critical miss.
As it should be.
Yes. Failing. You've seen one of these drow sort of shove Kasha back, and now two of them have swung punches at Adsalor. Neither landing.
Did they look like they had malicious intent? Able to tell that?
Clarify what you mean a little, I guess. Are you
Like-
trying to get more of a deeper read, or just...
Did they look like they meant to, like, was it in, like, defense because they thought they were going to get attacked, or was it like they were provoking? If that makes sense. Or if not, I'll just start shooting.
if you could sense motive if you want to get like a deeper read, but otherwise, it's they pointed away. These guys have both approached and pushed past, and they seem to have responded.
Okay. That's fine. I'll pull out my gun. And then I'll reload. And then I'll fire.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh god, what do I do?
So, this creature is going... which one are you targeting? This one here?
No, the one next to Adler.
Oh, the one there next. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So, it is going to use a reaction. So, yeah, you take the shot. and as you let go of the bullet, you know immediately you've got a perfect hit. And then nimbly, just at the last moment, it sort of dodges very slightly out of the way. And this is only a normal hit rather than a critical hit. So you can roll standard damage on this.
It was going to be a crit. Oh yeah. Oh.
So nice, yeah. You let go of the shot, certain it's a perfect hit, and it just dodges very slightly, and it almost just becomes a sort of grazing wound to one of the arms, and that drow takes 2 damage from you.
That's not nice.
Halloran, you are invisible as this gunshot rings out through the meadow.
Yeah. About that. I guess I'm going to try to sneak and just go for a walk. 1 second, I'm going to quick look at the map. So there's one drow there. It's a very light-skinned drow, aren't they? Are they light-skinned on purpose, or is that just Gen AI?
I was in a big rush today.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about them in light-skinned. Okay,
No,
cool.
no.
A quick question. So this fence that goes around the outside of the thing, I can't get over it really that easily. Like, there's no way in gate on top of the fence, sort of to the north. It's to get into the grain storage. You have to go past the drow, basically, is what I'm saying.
Probably. I mean, you certainly could get over the fence, but it is solid and sort of just high enough that there'd have to be some kind of check involved. It wouldn't just be a sort of nip over. Yeah.
Cool. All right. In which case, I'm going to just try and clump over here first. I am sneaking. Does that change my speed? Oh, sorry, 25. Sorry, back there. Does that change my speed at all? The sneaking.
If you are sneaking, you move half your speed.
Okay, fine. That's 2 moves then, and I'll make it 3 by going another. Oh my god, 1. Oh no, I can't work out how far I've gone.
You've moved 40 feet from where you started, I think.
Which I definitely can't do.
Oh no, you've moved 30 feet from where you started.
Oh, 30 feet. Oh, that's fine. So I went back a bit. Cool. So I'll stay there then. I guess you want a stealth check from me as well.
If you are sneaking, yes.
Yeah. It's control, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Nice. Cool.
That's me. I'm done.
Yeah.
30 foot, but that was 3 moves because slow.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's fine. Cool. So that is that. In which case, Darius, you can no longer see Halloran, but it's not overly loud, but you and obviously you are sort of stood next to him anyway. You can feel the sort of movement and see the very slight movement of some of the grass in the meadow as your invisible teammate is in motion. What would you like to do?
Can I clip Valorant around the ears saying, "What are you doing, blasting your bloody gun air?"
Phelan?
Yeah, like I'm gonna just like not hit him, but like tap him. Like we're meant to be like not making too much attention here, and you're blasting your guns out at people that are unarmed.
I won't shoot them again then. I won't fight with guns.
And I just try and tell everyone to calm down. Calm down, everyone. No need for violence.
I can.
And I'll just that'll be my free turns, just trying to like diffuse the situation. I'm gonna do it quite loudly to try and help with the sneaking in.
Okay. If I get a secret diplomacy check from you as you sort of call out and usher for everyone to calm themselves.
I'll do it. I won't do it as me spell version. I'll just do it as a normal diplomacy one.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, Darius tells Phelan off for that rash potentially action with the gun. Calls for things to calm down. Does so somewhat convincingly. Seems to make, at least for those of you listening, seems to make quite a strong argument. Kasha, it's your turn.
Strong argument, you say? Kasha is going to go to walk past this thing. Do I guessed?
Yeah, you can get straight past it.
Where's the door? Is it
Yeah,
sort of there?
Here, yeah.
Feet, so that's 2 lots of stepping.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3rd lot of stepping. She won't get door. Yeah, that'll do. So basically she's just marching.
Yeah.
Straight past, and then she'll turn round and glower at them.
Okay. All right, this one here will move down to here, sort of comes up alongside the other one, swings a punch again at you, Adsalor. Which is a hit. 9 damage.
Oh, fucking day.
There's a fair bit of strength as it sort of meets you. It's you know it lands pretty hard, and then for its 3rd action, it is going to. Then attempts to sort of grab you and tries to sort of grapple you and restrain you. As it does so, it fails critically as you are able to sort of wrestle it off. A critical fail on a grab gives you the choice. You can either grab it in return or you can knock it prone.
I'm going to force him prone.
Nice, yeah. And so yeah, the drow gets a punch on Adsalor, and then sort of goes to sort of grab it, and Adsalor is able to sort of step back a little and use the sort of forward momentum of the drow as it goes to sort of grapple and grab to just sort of trip it and send it face down onto the ground so it sort of lands on the dirt path. Adsalor, it's your turn.
Now, he's hurt me,
Yes.
and I'm upset by that. So I think I'm perfectly justified in my actions.
Sure.
In whatever I do, frankly. Am I right in thinking no one else has drawn weapons, right?
Phelan did shoot one of them.
Excellent. Well, it's okay then.
And Kasha has drawn staff, but then you can't really sheath the staff. So, but she looked like she was ready to. She was holding it like a weapon.
That's fine. I'm gonna draw my short sword. It's an action to draw, isn't it? I can't draw both for one action. I will just take a strike at this one that's on the floor.
Yeah.
That's shit.
Yes.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Sure. That's a little bit better as you sort of throw the short sword down, stab at this one that's on the ground in front of you. You can roll some damage.
It's gonna be great damage. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, you pierce down, stab into this as he sort of falls to the ground. You swiftly draw out the short sword, stab down, and deliver 2 damage to him.
And then I'm not overly happy with that, so I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm not gonna draw my dagger. That's not a thing. I'm just gonna hit him again.
You do so. However, as you take the second, they will they use a reaction and just sort of swiftly just roll out of the way at the last moment, and your short sword goes down and just sort of stabs into the dirt to the side of him.
What a bust. That's the reaction.
Yeah. This one alongside you, so you've just sort of seen the other one fall over, and then you sort of draw your short sword and stab twice at him. This one responds immediately and attempts to trip you. Fails to do so. Sort of pulls forward, not quite trying to grab you, but instead trying to sort of lever you over and push you down. You just stand strong against that. So he responds by immediately pulls back and then swings the fist at you like he had done previously.
My roots are strong. You cannot topple me.
Which also misses. At which point, yeah, we'll take one last punch you as it then sort of swings again, so almost desperately with the off hand as he sort of swings the first punch at you, and that one misses as well. Failing.
Hello.
Hello.
What weapons do I have? I'll try. Wait, how much movement do I have? How do I check movement again?
Sorry?
How do I check movement again?
It's on the front page of your character sheet. It's 30 feet for you.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll walk to there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll sheath my gun and then draw my short sword. And then yeah. That's my turn.
You have one more action.
Oh, I thought it was an action to
Sheathing and drawing, you can sheath something and draw something as part of one action.
Right, okay. Then I guess I'll just walk up behind him.
Yeah, sure. There is an invisible champion somewhere on this map.
Oh. Okay.
Halloran, what would you like to do?
Sorry, my mouse is a bit dodgy sometimes, and it wasn't working. So I can unmute. I'm just continue clomping along 30 feet, probably to here.
Mm-hmm.
Does that require a check again, or does a previous check?
You can. Yeah, we'll use your previous one. That's fine. Yeah.
Cool. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. Darius, you've you sort of ushered for everyone to calm down on your previous turn, and since then you have seen one drow knocked to the ground and stabbed at multiple times, and then Phelan sort of gaining with Adsalor and sort of surrounding the two drow.
Yeah, I feel like these guys are being controlled, and like killing possibly innocent drows isn't something that Darius is into. He's not like that evil,
And there's no
especially
such
being
thing.
unarmed. Was there other people working in the area?
No, you'd only seen these two drow.
Because obviously I'm just gonna walk over here and just keep an eye on the roads to see if anyone heard the gunshots and stuff. I'm just gonna be watching up here.
That's cool. Make a secret perception check for me. Nice, cool. So yeah. Darius sort of heads back up to sort of onto the dirt path, sort of looking back towards town. Can see absolutely clear currently between where you are and town. No sort of sign of any reactions immediately. Where obviously this has only been going off for sort of 20 seconds or so at the moment. But yeah, nothing you can see to worry about immediately. Kasha, you are stood in front of the sort of double doors of this grain store.
So I saw one truck. Someone, Adsalor, Adsalor down, and then kind of actually fail. So it punched him, and then he knocked it down. Sorry. What does she want to do? She's going to delay for now.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fight.
Okie dokie. In which case, it is this gentleman's turn, who is down prone on the ground. So, yeah, you sort of stab down Adsalor. He sort of dodged out the way. As Phelan sort of comes up and sort of meets up on the other side, this one gathers himself as he sort of comes out of that sort of roll and dodge out of the way from you. He spends an action to get back up to his feet, at which point he will... Yeah. He will step away as he sort of gets up to his feet. He sees Phelan approaching from sort of further up the path, takes a step around to the other side of Adsalor, and will then swing another punch at you. Yeah! Which is a critical hit. Cool. That's a pretty good roll. Hits Adsalor for 18 damage. Real strong punch. Almost sort of steps behind you. Almost sort of bit of a sucker punch almost to the back. You're not quite able to turn around in time as he sort of dodges around, takes the movement, and just boom, really hard in the back of your neck, dropping 18 bludgeoning damage on you. Adsalor, it's your turn.
Oh, I have to do something now. Hoping someone else might have done something by now. I didn't have to. Well, I will take an action to draw my other sword. So I got both in hands. I'm going to sheath that dagger that I wasn't ever actually holding.
Yeah.
And then... Well, he hasn't had a turn yet, so I'm going to hunt prey on this guy and designate him as my hunted prey, and then
Nice.
I'm going to use twin takedown
Cool.
on him, so 2 attacks.
Just as
No.
as a thing as well. I don't know if this has ever come up. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, what your guys' intentions are at the minute. So I'm not trying to push you in any particular direction. But is everyone aware you can make non-lethal attacks with a weapon? Just putting out there. So if you ever want to do it, you can do it, but you take a -2 penalty to your attack roll when you do so. But what it does, if whatever you do would knock the creature to 0 points, it knocks them out instead of killing them. I don't know obviously what your intentions are, but I thought it's worth mentioning if it matters.
I just got smacked around. Like
I'm not appealing to your good side because you have none.
I don't think I took the damage, so maybe I should click that button and take the damage. That'd be good.
Yeah, I may have damaged him, which makes sense for why he looked like he was close to death's door.
Yeah. Oh, and now Phelan's taking
Now
damage.
Cormac's just clicked.
Oh, is that my wrong? Wait, sorry. I thought that was for my one.
And then I'll do my strikes on this dude next to me because he's not acted yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a miss.
Do a second one.
That's a miss.
Wow. Good job, go me. I'm gonna die. End of my turn.
Okie dokie. Well, there's another drow here. Who you have just drawn these short swords, swung 2 of them at this drow in front of you, who doesn't respond well, sort of dodges back out of the way and immediately dives towards you with swinging one of its fists. Yeah. For a critical hit. Wow.
Yeah, that's what we like to see.
You can swap your rolls for mine if you want. Which is 16 damage on Adsalor.
Oh boy.
And then follows that up by attempting to trip Adsalor. Which it does fail to do. Adsalor, you get the sort of sucker punch in the back, immediately swing back at the one in front of you, take another punch, and you're sort of stumbling. You are just barely sort of staying up on your feet. And as this one sort of goes and sort of tries to take advantage of that, you're just able to use your nimbleness to stay up on your feet. And then it responds with a final swinging punch. And misses as you sort of stumble around, slightly dazed, not at your best, just hanging on to consciousness. Phelan.
Oh. Wow. I will start attacking this guy.
Yeah.
That's
That is a hit. And you can roll some damage. Nice. And yeah, as he's sort of swinging this second punch that Adsalor sort of steps back from and just misses, you just immediately stab with the short sword into the back of that drow for 5 damage.
and then I'll do it again.
That one misses, unfortunately.
Okay, well I won't do it again then. Is there anything I could do to help Adsalor? I'm guessing not.
Help in what way?
Help him not die? Could I grab the...
You can
How much is it to
you can
grab
certainly
for?
grapple the one in front of you. Yeah.
Okay, where is that?
Either the basic actions macro or the on the sort of HUD at the bottom, the skills thing, like the sort of open hand thing. Either of those.
Let me find this because I'm blind. There we go. Would it be counted as the third one?
Yes,
'Cause it's
yeah.
an attack, yeah.
A grapple is an attack,
Wow.
so it carries your multiple attack penalty. Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, so you sort of take a stab at it, take a second one which it dodges out of the way of, then you sort of try to grapple him and just sort of restrain him and stop him from attacking Adslor anymore. As you can see, Adslor's struggling, but it sort of fights you off and you're not able to get a grasp on him.
Oh, damn.
I actually would like to
I
step
can
in.
catch her. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
1 moment. There we go.
Sure, will step to there and then reaches a hand to touch Adsalor just on the back, and I will cast a 2-action heal. Well, actually, rather than casting the spell, battle medicine is a single action, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So I will instead battle medicine heals. Much does treat wounds? Much does treat wounds heal? 2d8. Oh, it's pretty much the same. Yeah. So I will step forward, and she's going to attempt a battle medicine
Nice, yeah.
on him. I just need to make sure he's targeted because he's not. There we go. Yours will be a 17, so I will just use. No, I won't. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to up the 20.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't do anything. What did I click wrong? I'll try that again.
Sure.
3 wounds. You need to select exactly one token. I've got one token. Select. I hate our computer. You need to select exactly one token as healer.
Have you got yourself selected? Because if not, because you have a familiar
Not
on
to
the
my
map,
knowledge.
count both of them as selected.
I don't think I've selected myself. What's how do you clear selection? Was that
Sorry, when I say selection, I mean have you clicked on yourself? So there's a box around your token.
Yeah, no, there is not a box around my token.
Yes, you have
There
to.
is a box
if you
only around
haven't
my
selected your token because you've got a familiar, you've got 2 tokens selected. So until you've clicked on...
Do I need to select myself?
Yes, yeah. Otherwise it
do...
doesn't know who you're trying to heal from. So you need to select
right.
yourself and target Adsalor.
You need to select exactly one token as the healer.
You're targeting yourself currently. You need to target Adsalor and select yourself.
Yeah. So I'm targeting Adsalor.
Yeah.
What's the difference between targeting and selecting then?
So targeting is just you hover over someone and press T. Selecting is you've clicked on that token and then there's a green box around it.
Okay. And then click on that one. Is that working?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, do it.
I'll do it for the meantime.
I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, we can try and practice it out at a time.
You want to up it to 20, yeah?
I want to up it. I want to use nature, and I want to make it a 20 difficulty.
Yeah, nice.
And then I want to hero point it when I fail.
No. Look, critical success.
Oh, even better. There you go.
Again, let me roll. It's fine. Adslor, that is lots of healing for you.
Is that all the healing I get on a critical success? Just 16.
Just 16.
Yeah, it was 48 plus 3.
Rolled a 2, 3, and 2 4s.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Cool. There you go. That's 2 actions. Oh no, that's 1 action, isn't it? So that's
It
2
is,
actions.
it is.
And then my 3rd action is going to be to strike this one.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. That is a critical hit. You can roll some critical damage.
roll critical damage. Oh, look, that's amazing.
It's decent still. It gets some damage through. 4 bludgeoning to that drow. You laughing at Darius?
Excellent. Okay, and that's 3 actions.
Nice. Okie dokie. Invisible Halloran.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave these people decided to start a fight when we were trying not to start a fight to their own devices and just continue to. The pathing's gonna be slightly wrong. I want to take the diagonal slightly earlier, but she's gonna do it like this because I can't be able to sort the pathing out.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna just clomp down 30 feet here, and I think I can see something here that like some sort of secondary entrance potentially.
No, that's just like an overhang. When you guys had scattered around, the only visible entrance you know of is that one at the front. But you were told by Garrett that there was a rear entrance sort of hidden behind some vines.
In which case, I'll continue clomping round to the rear entrance.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
and then that's just me, nice and simple.
Nice, that's nice. Darius, you pleaded for everyone to stop. You've then taken up a spot on the path, sort of looking back to town. Can't see anything currently.
I'm going to continue looking that way. I'm just going to ready an act. Sort of, wow. How long does this last? It's my action to the spell reach. Oh wait, there. Don't worry. Ignore that. Invisibility is a concentration spell, isn't it?
I don't believe so. There's no such thing as concentration isn't a thing in Pathfinder. No. It's just done. It's there. There are some spells that you can like they require you to spend an action on the next turn to keep them going or something. But invisibility is good.
Yeah.
You're absolutely fine.
Oh. Can I? If I do my spell reach, would that count as if I do my spell next go?
The next action use. Yeah, as long as the next action use is to cast a spell. Yeah.
I'm just going to walk a little bit closer, and then I'm just going to do that as my last action before my go finishes.
Yeah.
Where? Yeah, so I'm just going to move forward my little pace into, say, what, there, and then I'll just, double movement, and then I cast Spell Reach to...
Cool.
Next go, I can do an attack spell without moving.
Yeah, so you can do it with an additional 30, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to do 60, to be fair. Let me just make sure. Is that how close I want to be? Yeah, I can move back one.
Yeah, both of the drow were within 60 feet from there, yeah.
Yeah. And our Piper if I want to spell at them for attacking people.
Fair, okay.
Yeah, and then, yeah. It also means touch spells are 30 as well.
Nice. This drow here has taken a hit from the staff from Kasha and will respond by attempting to trip Kasha. Sort of just takes the hit from the staff and then sort of grows forward, sort of grasps at you, attempting to trip you over and send you to the ground. Fails to do so as you sort of stand your ground. Don't even dodge out of the way. You just stand up to it and sort of force yourself back against it. Swings a fist at you, which is a critical miss. And then for its last action, it will do this. Oh dear. Yeah, it will take one more punch at you, Kasha. Which does hit.
That's annoying. Thought I was going to go away with that.
9 damage.
Yep.
Adslaw, you feel healthier.
Self-muted, go me. The one that I've got as my prey looks slightly more hurt, right?
Yeah, he's taken
Yep.
a bit more damage between you
And
Finn
has just hit Kasha.
No, the one behind you is the one that hit Kasha.
Kasha's alright, she'll be fine. I'm going to continue swinging at this guy in front of me.
Okay.
I think, but before I do, can I go for another recall knowledge?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. Nice. That will bestiary. Yeah, so you've got right up close and directly in combat with these creatures now. You've got a far better, whereas previously it was a sort of initial read as everything first kicked off. You've got a far better understanding of how they seem to be moving, acting, just sort of handling things in general. What would you like to know?
I'd like to know any weaknesses.
Any weaknesses? Yeah, Drow have Drow are traditionally they are a creature that they live underground essentially. So they are weak to I might look at the wrong stat block. Maybe they're not weak to that as well. I thought for some reason they were weak to light damage, but it seems like they are not. Is that... Sorry, one sec. Let me find an actual normal Drow spell block and see if that is another mistake in my rushed prep. Drow.
Oh, I don't think they're really drow anyway.
What?
Although they're... I heard last week that Carl would say it sounded like typical elf builders with them refurbishing this place.
Ah, yeah. Hang on. That looks better. Sorry, yeah, they totally should have a weakness to light after all. I'm just an idiot. Yes, they have a weakness 5 to light damage.
Okay. Good to know. I will share that with people as I have no way of doing light damage as far as I'm aware. And then I'm gonna go for... I feel like I might as well. I've got 2 actions left. I'm just gonna go for a normal strike with my sword.
Okay, yeah.
On the guy in front of me.
Nice. Yeah, you stab with the sword, getting just about a grazing hit, and they use as a reaction to sort of dodge out of the way again, and that becomes a miss.
And then I will use my last action to do a twin takedown.
Nice.
And I'll do 2 attacks. Ah, fuck off.
First one's a miss.
Nearly a 15, so this is bollocks.
The second's a hit.
Excellent. 2 damage incoming. Oh no, I rolled a 6. Yay!
Yeah, boy. 7 damage as you swing the short sword at him. He is going to react on his turn. Yeah, we'll turn to you, Adslaw. We'll attempt to trip you.
He won't manage, will he?
No. He turns around, attempts to trip you, and you just step back, and he just lands face down. Same as the other one I had done previously, but face down into the dirt on the ground. Spends an action getting back sort of up onto his knees, onto its feet, and then beelines down in this direction and just starts not fully running, but almost at a jog, just moving away from this situation, getting out of the way. And you get the sense that this is like an act of self-preservation. This suddenly, as it sort of takes the swing at you, falls on the ground and just starts moving away from this entire situation. Phelan.
Let him get away.
Are we letting him get away? Or
No.
don't? Okay.
Don't let him get away.
Oh, I don't want to kill him. Hold on.
So, as I said earlier, you can any weapon you can choose to make a non-lethal attack with. You just do it with
Even a
a
gun?
-2 penalty to attack. Even a gun. I don't know. You particularly shoot it like an appendage or something, right?
Oh, right. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Can I sheath my sword, draw my gun, reload, and then shoot? Please work.
You were doing this non-fatal, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's actually 2 off that, but that is still a hit. You can roll some damage. Nice. As it sort of
It's so weak.
dashes down away from you, take the shot into its back, sort of shooting at one of the legs, trying to sort of just drop it down or slow it, and you shoot into the sort of calf at the rear of the leg. 6 damage. Kasha.
Oh, okay. Kasha is going to. She, having seen your shot, she'll just quickly say, "I'll stop him." And then she kind of starts to crouch down. And as she crouches, she is going to. She sort of morphs and turns into the shape of a. What do I fancy damage-wise? 2d8 or 2d6 piercing? I think she turns into some sort of jungle cat. So, sort of something like a panther, something like that, but kind of slightly greener and more mottled. And I will choose the form of cat.
Nice.
Don't know how I actually apply that. Or just...
I've just done it. You can basically that
Okay.
list that appears there for animals. You can just drag
Yeah.
that onto your thing. Yeah.
Drag it. Perfect. Okay, so I've done that, and then going to move sort of away from that. Oh, that's why it's not moving. Then she sort of as she starts to move, she turns more fully into the cat. By the time she gets to here, she is a cat. Oh, and she sort of runs, and as she turns the corner here, I guess her cat senses. She detects something there, and she runs. So in fact, she was going to run straight through Halloran, and Halloran, you just see her running towards you, or this cat barreling towards you, and then just at the last second, it just jinks sideways, and is going to get to, I guess, there. That'll do. Comes around to there, and then she is going to leap upon this creature.
Nice.
And she is going to attack it. Which actually I have no way of easily doing unless have my stats changed in any way.
Should have done, I believe.
Attacks. Oh yeah, they have. Beautiful. I've targeted it. Yep, definitely targeted it, and she jumps up. I forgot how much damage to do. And sinks her teeth into it.
Nice. You sort of run up, dive at it with the teeth, and yeah, you get a bite on it, you can do
Ah,
some damage.
and then he goes, yeah, that would be great if I had 4 actions. So unfortunately, I don't actually get to attack.
Oh, it's 2 actions for the spell, of course. Yeah.
Actions for the spell. So yeah, I will say that I'm happy to use that 19 for my next attack, but I'm also happy to re-roll it.
We can do
Obviously,
that.
if it
We
was a
can do
miss, I would
that.
obviously have accepted that. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So she dives after it, and then is about to bite it, and realizes she's run out of actions. Okay.
Fair. Halloran, you see Kasha turn into a cat, sort of dart along the path, and as it nears you, you see it take like a sort of a sniff at your feet, and then dodges around you. You seem to be aware of your presence.
The drow, has it ever given any signs that it recognises me as it went past?
Not that you noticed at all. No, it seemed to just turn and run.
I think I'm gonna keep on my plan. I'm gonna sort of split the gap between them and wander over to here.
Yeah.
And then just keep on trucking. I don't know how long this invisibility spell lasts even, so I might just
10 minutes or until you do
10 minutes.
an offensive action, yeah.
Okay, cool, alright. And that's me.
Nice. Yeah, sneaking as a character of 20 feet is a slow process, right?
Well, yes, but I'm doing sneaking, yeah, slowly.
Darius.
Oh. Aslaw's still really bad health, isn't they?
Better than they were.
All right.
Can you do non-lethal spells as well?
No. There is no... A spell is a magical arcane attack. There's no way to kind of purposely reduce the damage on it.
No. I'm gonna cast Soothe on Aslaw then. Get some more healing done.
Thanks.
Nice. Have a bit of healing, absolutely.
Ugh. 5 more health. And then I'm just going to do another spell reach one.
Yeah, again. Yeah, prep for that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Does that automatically come up when I go to cast my spell, so they're not done at disadvantage or not, or is it?
With spells and stuff, it shouldn't matter as such. There's not like range increments on them, I don't believe. It shouldn't be baked into anyway. It's just a case of have you got the extra range. Nice. Okay. This drow will attempt to trip you, Aslor.
Yeah, why not? It's worked so well so far.
Fail to do so. And will then spend one action to sort of dash up the path in this direction, and then a second action begins sort of dashing up the path back towards town. That's slow.
Okay, that's interesting. Didn't think that was going to happen. He's running off. And he's barely hurt. Is it a free action to drop what I'm carrying?
Yes, yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to take a free action to drop my short swords.
Mm-hmm.
And take an action to draw my bow.
Yeah.
Then take a second action and can I do that? Yeah, take a second action. I'm going to hunt prey on this one that's running away.
Okay, yeah.
And then my third action, I'm going to do a hunted shot.
Nice.
Just 2 strikes with the weapon. And I don't care about ranging, basically, because
I think you got like 60 on the short bow, so I think you're okay anyway, yeah.
Even if it's outside of 60, I don't get a penalty.
Nice.
Must target. Okay, well, I thought I did target something, but okay.
Nice. That is a hit. You sort of let go of the first one. You see it go. It uses a reaction and just sort of dodges very slightly out of the way. It almost sort of hears the movement, and that arrow which you thought was just going to hit the shoulder just goes over the edge into the dirt.
What was it? Why is it saying he's got cover?
Because you're shooting through Phelan.
Oh, bloody hell, Phelan, what are you doing there?
You got someone stood in front of you.
Sorry.
I didn't think that was a thing. Fucking Phelan. Whatever. Well, that misses.
That one's even worse. As Phelan just stands in front of you going, what, me?
I just shoot Phelan.
Me?
If I'm honest, I just shoot Phelan.
You could do that
Right
with a
on
critical
toe.
miss if you want.
So you lose a toe.
You do have hero points as well, obviously.
Oh,
It's fine.
Fair, okay. This drow here sees this sort of jungle cat sort of dashing down towards it, turns towards it, and will
Trip me, you mate. Trip me, you motherfucker.
swings a kick at the cat. Which is a miss, which seems correct and right, and stops me feeling like a horrible person. And will then... Yeah, take a second sort of wild swing at the cat around him, which is a hit.
See where Cormac gets it from.
Stop it. For 9 damage, and will then continue darting away and sort of heading in the opposite direction from that other one. So the two of them sort of split off in opposite directions, heading to different sort of different ends of this meadow that you're in. Phelan, you've got the one that was you shot at, sort of down this way and being chased by a cat or a jungle cat, and then you've got another one that you've just seen 2 arrows just let loose past you towards.
are they both running?
They both are yes, yeah.
Oh god. I'll reload.
Yep.
God, I don't know which one to go for. I'll go for the more healed one, I guess. If Cash is going for the other one. Yeah. How do I do the -2 thing?
When the attack pop-up comes up, you can just add a -2 penalty to it.
Okay.
There's a thing for like adding modifiers, just add a -2.
Right, yeah. There
Or
we
if
go.
you forgot, it's not the end of the world, and I will work that out as well.
I think I did it, yeah.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Oh, well. Missed anyways.
There's a miss. Again, there are hero points. Everyone's still got one at the moment.
Yeah, I'll hero point.
Yeah, boy.
Reroll using hero point.
Nice. Nice. And if it wasn't for this being non-lethal, that would have been a crit. You can
can they
roll-
not crit? Oh my god.
No, you can still crit. It's just that you've hit it. That might have been the difference in it being a crit or not.
Right.
You can roll your damage.
Regular damage.
Yes.
Damn. That's still a good bit of damage.
Yeah, 8 damage. Again, you sort of going for a non-lethal shot, shooting into the leg again, trying to slow this drow down. You get a hit in for 8. You have 1 action left.
I'll reload.
Cool. This jungle cat.
Kitty cat. Kitty cat runs forward.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the whole of my 40 feet to get sort of in front of it.
Mm.
And then will again attempt to bite it. She misses. And he will use a hero point on that because why not?
That's a lot better. That's a hit.
Sure.
Nice. Yeah. The rest of you see is that this jungle cat overtakes again the drow and then just jumps up and savages with a bite towards the towards this drow, who then just drops down to the ground.
And that's all. That's 2 actions. And then I think we'll use her 3rd action. Functionally, actually, not to do anything, but
That's cool.
going to make sure the drow's dead, and kind of just looking around, but mostly make it.
That's cool. Halloran.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, gonna keep clumping on. That there to there is 2 moves, right?
Yes, it
20
would
feet,
be.
yeah. From this corner here, is it possible to see where the back entrance might be?
Yeah, you can see. So there's there's a load of vines all up the back of the building. Cemeteries around other areas, but in particular, there's like a very heavy amount of vines just in this bit here. Which, yeah, I mean, you could get to that area where the vines seem heavily sort of like grouped up with your last movement if you wanted to.
Yeah, can you move me? I didn't
Yeah,
quite see
it's
where you
fine.
pointed to, so yeah, perfect. All right, I'm prepared to start doing that next turn, I think.
Nice. Darius, yeah, one of these drow started running up the path towards you. You've seen Phelan take a shot and shoot it in the leg as it's gone past, or sort of draws level with you.
Have I also just seen Kesha just maul that other one to death?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Loudly, I imagine.
Yeah, I was gonna trip him up, but like I think Darius has got a conscience and he doesn't want these guys being killed because he doesn't feel like they're evil. Can I sense good or evil? Or is that a spell in it?
You can. Excuse me. So. There's no such thing as like sense good evil as such, but you can. There's sense motive, but that is, I mean, it's not really about learning if something is good or evil, but more about sort of like reading its intentions and.
I'm gonna do that. I just want to. I'll do a seek check. Yeah.
Seek check.
Is it seek? But I just want to seek if they like, are they being controlled?
No,
That sort of thing, or if they're
no, that's not sneak. Seek is seek is if you are physically looking for something or someone.
Sorry.
You want, sense
motive.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh.
Perfect. So yeah, you sort of you watch as it's sort of dashing up towards you. You watch the way it sort of reacts as it gets shot in the back of the leg. there is nothing that you sense immediately that gives you any kind of warning signs. There is no sense or anything around it immediately in terms of magic. The eyes aren't sort of glassed over or anything sort of. There is nothing you pick up on that suggests to you there is anything abnormal about the creature's behaviour currently.
Just they're fleeing for their lives.
Yeah, I mean,
And
they are losing.
If they were part of an evil plot of their own will, they would have stayed to the death.
Interesting.
So I was just thinking there. That's Darius's thought. Like, I don't feel like Darius is an evil person that would just kill people who were only coming here to see what was in the barn. He is not a judge, jury, or executioner. He is just trying to find out the truth. And I'm going to delay.
You can't delay. You've taken an action already.
Oh, can't delay now.
You can ready an action. It's 2 actions to say what you're going to do, and then you can use your action to do it outside of your turn.
I'll just recall knowledge on the creatures then.
Yeah, it works.
Is that? Yeah. I feel like Darius wouldn't try stopping them now. Especially after seeing them just getting mauled to death. Like.
Yeah, you
like...
watch this. You watch this drow sort of coming up, running past you. You've seen the way that they've sort of been reacting and how they've sort of dealt. Like I say, you're pretty sure they don't seem to be. There's nothing overt that kind of gives you any sort of concern that they are under any kind of control, as you suggested, or anything. What would you like to know?
What do I want to know about them?
If you want,
I want more like. Can you know like more like weaknesses? Can I know their senses?
Their senses? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's go something completely different.
So yeah, you can have a choice of either whatever their perception value is, or any senses they have outside of the sort of norm.
I'll go for any sense outside this norm.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. They have so drow. You kind of know this from sort of general knowledge, but also you can as you're sort of getting that close look and trying to get a read, and obviously you did see some of them last night around the fields as well. They have dark vision. Although as you sort of recall that, remember it, you're now actually not so sure whether they have dark vision or whether they actually have infrared vision. You're not too sure. It feels like your source of knowledge here may be somewhat dubious.
Okay.
So yeah, they have one of dark vision or infrared vision. But it's hard to say which because you have the dubious knowledge feat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have 1 action left still.
I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to do any of the senseless murdering of these chaps.
Fair. Okay. Well, this drow will dash up the path, carries on running past you, sort of limps a little as he does, isn't running quite as fast as he had been, sort of limps a little as he's got that sort of, there's a sort of bullet in the back of one of the calves where Phelan's taken that shot. Takes 1 move to there, takes another move, another 30 feet up the path, further than where our camera can see, apparently. Mm-hmm. And sort of, as he does, then sort of stumbles down, sort of falls onto the sort of knees on the path, and there is an audible sound as you hear a voice call out. And yeah, you hear sort of a male voice call out and says, "Stop! What's happening here?" As this drow has sort of fallen to the ground, it's almost sort of like almost sort of crawling as it falls down as the calf begins to sort of give way with pain. You can see coming down the path, accompanied by two more of these sort of drow sort of workers, hands from around the town. The familiar Mayor Eddie Fastfoot, the halfling mayor of Pear Trees. Adslaw, it is your turn.
Time to take over this town, motherfuckers.
I was just about to message you, Jake, and say, let's kill him.
I mean,
I
Mayor Adsalot has a lovely ringtone.
had to take a phone call, and I came back from the phone call to hear the word, the mayor, Eddie Fastfoot. Has he appeared somewhere?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the drow on
walking
the
down
far
the road.
left of the map has kind of moved further down the path, sort of off where we are on the map, and then yeah, you've heard some shouting, and Mayor Fastfoot is there asking what's going on, with
Great.
two more drow alongside him.
Cool.
I mean, as far as I see it, the drow that was stopping us from going in there is over here or dead in a pile over here. I'm just going to make my way to where I know the vines are blocking the door. Is it down here?
The rear of the building, yeah, so the opposite end from where you are currently.
One movement to here. Two movements to here. Oh, and can I pick up my swords before I run off?
Yes, you certainly can. That would be an action to pick them up, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pick them both up and you move around to there.
Sweep those up, and then yeah, I will
Okay.
do two movements.
Yeah, Phaler, you've been watching that drow as he's running onto the path. You see him sort of drop down. You can see the mayor and these other two drow now heading this direction, and you hear the movement behind you. So you sort of hear the clattering as Adslaw quickly picks up two short swords off the ground, and you can hear the sort of patter of feet as Adslaw sort of retreats to the rear of the.
He does say as he moves, as he walks off, he'll say to Phelan, "Come on, let's get a move on."
You might be muted, Cormac. I'm not sure.
Oh, I was. I'll go to there, sheathe my gun.
Okay.
And yeah.
Cool. Kasha, if you can tear yourself away from mauling this drow.
Yeah, kitty cat. I think the cat pulls itself away from there. Doesn't move because he's using the measuring tool. And then sort of lopes 40 feet to there. Another 40 feet. And then just sort of comes up level with Darius.
So yeah.
That's it. That's 3 actions.
Okay. Halloran, you're invisible. You are stood right in front of where all these vines seem to gather on the back of the grain store. You hear the sort of savagery of that jungle cat ripping at one of the drow to the sort of where you can still see and sort of savaging there. you've heard a gunshot and you can hear the shouting. You even recognise the voice amongst all this commotion. You can sort of sense this is obviously from the direction of the town, the path. And again, you can sort of hear the commotion you can hear sort of footsteps heading your direction. You've heard Axel sort of call out. What would you like to do?
I can't really see Yasla, right?
You could probably just about sort of see him sort of just coming around the edge of the grain store. Yeah.
I think I'm going to carry on with my plan. So I guess my first action we would try to clear the vines. So I'm guessing this vine's kind of blocking the door tightly. Yeah.
Yeah, where you see all those vines gathered up there. Like I said, there's natural growth over it. These are clearly, you can see these are kind of here, like they've been placed here rather than just naturally growing. And you can sort of sweep them all aside. And behind this sort of quite thick vines and sort of growth, there is a very nondescript, just wooden door on the back of the building.
Okay. My second action is then to try and open the door.
Yeah, absolutely. And you sort of push up against the door, and there is no movement. It appears to be locked, barricaded, blocked. Hard to say. As you just give it just a light push, a light tap, doesn't give.
Oh, now I've got a decision to make. So I'm going to guess that you said like a offensive action kills it. I'm assuming trying to smash the door down is probably an offensive action, isn't it?
Let me just double check the wording on invisibility just quickly to see how that is worded itself. If a target uses a hostile action, the spell ends after that hostile action is completed. I'm going to suggest with no one... I think it's reasonable to say with nobody there to actually witness you smashing at this door where you are currently, I don't see this... I mean, it is certainly a hostile action, but there's nobody there to see you doing it. I think the intent of the invisibility is more that once you've done something against someone, you're going to become visible. But yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay, in which case I'll try to kick down the door.
Nice. There is an action that is called Force Open.
Cool. Basic actions. I'm assuming. So I've got force action or force open, agile. I'm assuming. I don't know what the difference is between the two of them.
It will use different stats, I believe. For you,
They're the same.
The stats, yeah, your stats are exactly the same either. So yeah, it's just
cool.
Yeah. If you have some people have the ability to make something a bit stronger or a bit better.
Cool. Oh, I'll hero point that.
Oh, that's a shame. I suppose after you've spent all sessions slowly walking it, we should at least let you.
Yeah, exactly.
not make it harder for everyone else to get through the door.
Give me a second. Sorry, this mouse for some reason it keeps like. Didn't do it last time. I thought we were okay, but there you go. It just starts.
Yeah, you sort of
I can't be honest. Well, sorry. I just rolled back ones.
Oh God, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Only you, Charlie.
Yeah. There you
go. Yeah, you. Thank God for that low reroll, house rule. Yeah, you sort of try the door. It doesn't move, and you immediately just bang, take a shoulder to the door and barge up against it. And the door is locked. It was sort of secured, but this isn't a particularly strong or sturdy door. And you can pretty much get clean through it with one barge of the shoulder, and you sort of bash into it, and the door sort of gives way and opens up. On the other side of it, you can see there is a very sort of narrow. There's not a lot of depth between the door as it swings open and there's a sort of wall directly in front of you as you sort of open. It's almost like it opens into a very shallow passageway. And you can see a few things. Excuse me. There is like I say, literally there was there's only about enough room for the door to sort of swing open, maybe not even fully, before it sort of hits the sort of wall that is right in front of you as you open it. And then you can see the door sort of swings open towards the sort of left, and as you just look slightly to right, the only thing that is behind this door, the only thing you can see, there is a staircase, a stone staircase leading downwards.
That, I think, is the end of my turn, right? One action to
would
clear
be,
the
yeah.
blinds, one action to try the door, and one action to smash the door.
It would be.
Cool. I've done something. I contributed.
Darius, you have a
I'm
jungle
gonna
cat
kind of.
alongside you.
I'm gonna try and shoo the jungle cat away, and I'm just gonna walk 40 thing towards
Towards
the mayor.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And as you do, the mayor is calling out. He's sort of shouting out like, "What's going on? What's happening here?"
How close I am to him after, say, 40 yards?
The drow had moved again from there. You're probably like one more movement away, so you're probably like 30 feet away from the mayor. You're basically alongside the drow again at this point. Then there's a little bit distancing you and where the mayor and the other two drow are.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a good distance from Kesha now. She won't see me doing this anyway. I'm going to distract everyone for a while. I don't know how this spell works, Sam.
Okay. That's
I'm going to try and cast Pack Broker on the mayor. So I'm going to try and do a peace talk to the mayor. Go and I'm going to mayor, I've not attacked anyone. We're having a look around here, and these drow are being really suspicious, like they're hiding something in the barn. So the rest of my party are going and having a look. I don't want any hostility to you or any violence, but they started throwing punches and they started defending themselves.
Let me briefly read through this spell. Okay. They must accept the offer and then take a hostile action. They must first think towards it. Cool. Okay, so
And because of my familiar as well, my hat is kind of making little movements, and I don't know if Tash can tell. The spell's probably mainly coming from my head, my hat area.
cool. So yeah, you, Darius. Yeah, you cast this cantrip. You shout out, sort of ushering and urging the mayor, to sort of to accept this pact, to this sort of peace you are offering. Kasha, you are close enough. You can see as Darius is shouting, calling out. Darius's hat is kind of moving around, jerking around, and sort of not. It's not just loose on Darius's head. The hat appears to be moving as Darius sort of calls out and shouts. The mayor, just sorry again. So Darius, what was your call?
I'm saying we were just looking around, and the drow were acting very suspicious around this thing, and they just started throwing punches at the companions I'm currently travelling with, and a fight going. I have tried shouting many times that we should not be fighting each other, but they continue doing so. I'm trying to act as a peacemaker here. I don't want any violence, but they are doing something dodgy around this barn.
Okay. Yeah, the mayor looks down. There's this drow sort of alongside you as you are sort of calling out towards the mayor, who's, as I say, it's like a bit further back up the path. and can see this drow sort of like crawling along, almost dragging the leg behind that where the calf's been shot from Phelan's gun, the sort of bullet embedded in the muscle. And then he looks up at you, and the mayor calls out to you, Darius. He says, "So your friends did this?"
In self-defense.
And as you say that, you see his eyes kind of. He sort of look at you, and then you see him sort of look just slightly past you. You can see this jungle cat sort of just slightly further back from you, sort of a little bit of blood and some detritus from the sort of the tearing at the other drow, sort of dripping from it. And then you can almost sort of feel Darius as his eyes sort of move further down the path, and can see there is a drow sort of torn apart on the ground further down, sort of closer to the grain store. The mayor does not seem to be accepting your pact.
Okay.
If the reviews... Cool. So this goes on to him. If he takes a hostile action against you, he's got some potential issues to deal with.
Yeah. And I believe with it, if he's 10 yards from me, the Unseen Broker has a familiar as in negotiations. When you cast a Stain of Hex, a familiar within 10 feet of an enemy, the enemy becomes off guard until the start of the next turn.
Yeah.
But he needs to be 10 feet, I believe, for me, for that.
That's cool. Which will... Yeah, so that drow worker, the one that is alongside you, the one that's sort of crawling along on the ground and has been shot by Phelan, does become off guard and again, Kasha, you can see as you look over, it's almost like as Darius is having this conversation, looking up the path and sort of talking and shouting with the mayor about what's happening, you can almost sense as Darius's hat almost sort of as it's jerking and moving, almost sort of turns to the side, turns 90 degrees, and almost looks like the hat sort of almost falls and leans slightly off Darius's head to the side and is almost towering over that drow that is on the ground alongside him, and the hat almost appears to be taunting that drow.
Okay.
It is that drow's turn, and all he will do is just sort of crawl along the ground, unable to get much distance as that bullet is deep within their calf. Adslaw, you hear the sort of bang against the door as Halloran has broken down that door on the back of the grain store. You can though you can't see Halloran, you can see that the vines on the back of the grain store sort of move and go out of the way. There's a slight push against the door you can just about see, and then just this bang crash as the door swings open, and you can hear Darius sort of shouting out and negotiating almost with the mayor. What would you like to do?
It sounds to me like time to get inside this place and get out of the way because Darius is talking, and I don't want to be anywhere near that. So I have to come around this side, right?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20. And let's just move to wherever the vines are and then walk through them.
Yeah, you walk in, same as sort of explained to Halloween, the sort of door, you sort of move through the door, and you can almost feel this sort of slight presence in the sort of doorway as you sort of push through into the doorway. Is it the vines? Is it something else? It's a big mystery, but it's not much of a mystery, I guess. You sort of make your way into this sort of narrow corridor, and as I say, you just see there's a wooden wall, just a few feet in front of you, as the door just sort of opens up somewhat, and then you can just see to your right there is a staircase heading downwards.
I'm gonna stand at the top of the staircase, kind of up against the wall.
Yeah, that's cool.
Have I got 2 actions still?
Yeah.
Can I just ready an action
Yeah.
to just attack a drow if they come through?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Phelan.
Hello?
Oh
Do you
god, I
like-
worded that so well.
Yeah, can I just check on that trigger? You're going to attack a drag comes through the door.
Correct.
Excellent.
Oh, I don't have a gun out, do I? I'll draw my gun. I can't ready in action with like you have to. It's 2 to ready in action, right?
Yes, it's
Just
2.
delay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll delay.
Yeah, so you'd go back to where you were. You'd have to sheath your gun. Delay means you just
Yep.
don't even start your turn. Yeah, you're just
Yeah,
delaying
okay,
in
that's fine.
total.
I mean, sheath that then.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's cool. Okie dokie. Kasha, you've heard Darius calling out the mayor. You've seen this. As I say, Darius's hat appears to be motioning, and as Darius is talking to the mayor, almost shouting down the hat and taunting towards the drow.
Obviously, Darren wants me to deal with the drow. Did you say there's another drow with the mayor?
There are 2 more with the mayor.
2 more. Excellent. We'll move over to the drow, and then we'll. Because I can't really grapple it, so I will. Can I? Oh, that's one action. So can I prepare to bite it if it moves?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I mean, I like to give the impression, just giving the impression that it shouldn't move.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's cool.
she can't really talk, so it's going to be kind of. So it feels a bit unfair. But okay, that's it.
Yeah, and as you get to this point, you are sort of towering over that drow, sort of clearly, sort of threatening, almost intimidating it. You can still hear Darius's voice as he's still having that conversation with the mayor. There is another voice alongside you, and there is just a voice just shouting these angry insults and threats down at the drow, directed at the drow. Where that voice is coming from, you are entirely unsure, but it's definitely in the vicinity of where you are currently.
Interesting.
Halloran, it's your turn. Adslor has just sort of moved past you, moved into this sort of this corridor, and is stood at the top of the staircase there.
Yeah, I'm going to continue down past Adslor if that's possible.
We're past Adslor and down the stairs, that staircase there.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
but still moving at my glacial pace.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, that is fine. So yeah, you move through the doorway. You see Adslor has gone up, is stood at the top of the staircase, back to the wall, and has their sword sort of readied. Sort of you can see Adslor is kind of focusing on the door so intently, looking for anything that comes past. Just doesn't even seem to notice the slight movement of some of the vines as you sort of make your way past. You can just step directly underneath Adslor's line of sight, with him unaware you're there. You can see there are these very, very roughly carved, not particularly elegant or finely done stone stairs, sort of heading downwards.
Can I, as I go past the vines, can I like grab a bit of vine in my hand, like a small leaf or a couple of leaves or what have you, and just as I walk past and start going down the stairs, just drop them behind me so it's sort of clear that I'm going by, if that makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Adslor, yeah, you can see that happen, and you'd already felt a little bit of, like I say, as you sort of gone through the doorway, and you become immediately quite confident. Something or someone is alongside you. Up to you how you want to interpret that. What you want to read from that, I guess I'll let you guys decide. But yes, there is definitely some movement there. And then Halloran, if I can... What I'll get you to do, if I can get you to make a secret stealth check for me, as you are sneakily sort of heading towards these stairs.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. I was about to ask you if you wanted to use the Shane School of Thought and hero point that, but I don't have a hero point, sadly.
I do not know.
Yeah, you sort of make your way past Adsalor, sort of dropping that sort of hint that you are there, trying to sort of give that away without breaking the invisibility you're still under, thanks to Darius. And you begin sort of making your way down the stairs carefully, trying to keep your, maintain the invisibility, keep your armor from making too much noise as it sort of clatters slightly as you move down. The walls, as you start descending these stairs slightly, quite quickly they transition from the sort of wood of the corridor into this like sort of clay, stone. Just looks like this has just been dug into the ground. Just very rudimentary stairs done, but the walls around you are just sort of clay and stone and natural sort of ground. And there's almost like a moss or like a lichen, I guess, sort of like growing on some of the walls. This sort of like purple coloured growth sort of on the walls. And the one thing you begin to pick up on more than anything, you can't quite see anything yet. You can't sense too much. It is very dark. But the first thing you pick up on is this very low sort of humming, almost like a rhythmic humming. The same thing Adslor had kind of noted and mentioned to you when you were outside before this all started to happen and kick off. You can almost hear that now, and you can almost feel it. It's almost like you can, when like a deep bass note sort of resonates through you, and it just slowly, this rhythmic sort of pulsing, and you take another step down the stairs, and as you do, your eyes adjust very slightly to the darkness, and you can get a better sense of where this staircase descends to. And in 7 days' time, I'll tell you where. We'll end it there.
You bastard.
Ah,
That was a slow session, potentially, but actually I think that was okay.
yeah.
It wasn't slow at all.
Yeah.
I get why it went that way for Charlie, but not the most exciting session you'll ever play.
Wow, it's fine.
Sorry.
I
I didn't realise everyone was going to attack. I thought like I'd cast some visit on you, could sneak in, have a look around, and then figure out what's going on.
You were top of
I
initiative,
did not
and you didn't
expect-
know what people were going to do. Like, yeah.
I thought like being sneaky and figure out what was going on, not just instantly attacking everything. I didn't think they would just go straight into pulling weapons out.
Well, I agree, especially because I'm trying to keep at least a facade of friendliness with the mayor. So, and I'm actually quite happy in some ways because as far as anyone's aware, like the mayor, I'm not here.
Yeah.
So unless he finds out I am here, I have some plausible deniability that I don't know what happened and why they did it and what occurred. Unless he happens to find me rummaging around in this basement, which is probably going to happen. Let's be real.
If I kill this other drow and get out of here within the next 6 rounds, then I've also got the same.
Yeah, I suppose you're just a cat, aren't you?
I'm just a cat.
Yeah.
The little cat.
So you two are fine. It's just the others that have to face the consequences of the last 2 minutes.
That's fine.
And the guy that's not thrown a single attack spell. Well,
Yeah, but
I've kind of now.
you're with them. That's the problem.
Well,
you-
I kind of have now.
You do appear
But-
to have a hat that's shouting at people.
There's magic hats around everywhere.
Yeah, fair.
Right, I'm going to dash because I'm absolutely knackered.
Yep. No worries.
And I've got to get up early as well because I've got to go drive to the gym to have a shower before work.
Oh, goes for the water, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm dead.
What a nightmare.
So, yeah, that's all right. In theory, on Friday it will get done.
Excellent.
So, Fingers crossed. That was good though, Sam. As ever,
Yeah.
always is just fine. Never worry about
They
it.
were good.
Prepared. Right. Have
Cool.
a good week, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Good luck to you. See you later. Bye.
Speak to you later.